Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Tucson. We are back and we are in the building, in the studio this morning. Good morning, Tucson. Good morning, Pima County. Get up, get up, get up. You are listening to the Fresh Start Show with Dr. Holt. Listen, get your Wheaties, get your Raisin Bran, get your Captain Crunch, get your cream of wheat, your oatmeal, your hot coffee, your hot cocoa, whatever it is. Get up, get up. It is the Fresh Start Show with Dr. Holt. Listen, we are in the building, and we like to thank all of our partners for always tuning in every Saturday morning at 7:30 a.m. We are here at 106 The Groove. And Dr. Hope would like to wish everybody a happy new year. Happy new year to all of our listeners. Happy new year to everyone who's under the sound of my radio voice listening in. Listen, we are excited. We are excited to be in the new year. I don't know about you, but some of us have had to go through some battles, go through some ups and downs, go through some valleys, have endured some storms for year 2024. Many of us, as well as also lost some loved ones. Some loved ones are did not make it into the 2025 new year with us. And so I want you to count your blessings. I want you to be thankful for being able to be alive in the land of the living and to have life, to have health, and to have strength. Excuse me. It is on and popping this morning. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to your families, to your friends. There's so much excitement for the new year. And we're just happy that you are joining us here with the Fresh Start Show. My co-host Tom is out due to a cold, and we just want to make sure that he's better and things like that. So send some prayers his way. Normally he'd be in the building with me, and sometimes he's here when I'm not here because I'm traveling for work. But I'm in the building, and so again, happy New Year to everybody. I got my little one with me. Bring your daughter to work day. So I got my baby girl in the building, Adriana, better known as Drea, my youngest, 6 years old, in the studio with her dad, playing on her tablet, being quiet so daddy can do his show. But we are excited again for a happy new year. Just want to salute my brothers and sisters who are currently incarcerated all over the land, whether you are in state penitentiary or federal penitentiary. Much love to you, much love to you, much love to you. Just want to let you know that Dr. Holt is thinking about you. Dr. Holt's heart goes out to you. We know that when you're in incarceration, it's not easy. It's troublesome. Sometimes it can be a heavy burden. It can be discouraging, depressing at times. But I want to encourage my brothers and sisters who may be tuning in to our show today to pick your head up and encourage yourself when no one else can encourage you. That no matter what happens, troubled times doesn't always be only tough people do. So trouble don't last always. Only tough people do. And you're tough. You're more tough. You're much stronger. You're much more of a victor than a victim. And so we encourage you on today. Want to give a shout out again to Frederick Mason for always sending us a mail our way. If you want to contact us and let us know how you doing, please take the time out. We do get mail. We do read the mail. So if you want to get a hold to us, write the show. Fresh Start at 3222 South Ritchie, Suite 124-266. And our city address is Tucson, Arizona 85719. That is 3222 South Ritchie, Suite 124-266. Tucson, Arizona, 85719 is how you contact us. Send us a mail, send us a letter. Let us know how you're doing, whether good or bad. You're doing some great things. Guess what? We don't always want to hear bad news. We get enough bad news about the Department of Corrections and about prison. Excuse me. But we want to hear some good news as well. You know, maybe you're getting out soon. Maybe you took some classes and you've completed your program and you got your certification or you got you a certificate. Those are some great things to celebrate. So let us not always only think negative when it comes to prison. Believe it or not, and don't get me wrong, to be incarcerated is a negative thing. To be confined for a long period of time it can be a negative thing. But there are also some good things that come out of a bad situation. Just like when life gives you lemons, it's our initiative to grab some water, some sugar, and turn that sour lemons into sweet old lemonade. Make the best of what you got. And if you're turning some lemons into lemonade, I want to hear your testimonial. I know prison have given you lemons. I know the county jail have given you lemons. But if you grab some water and you grab you some sugar and mix it together, you can turn a sour situation into a nice, delicious, sweet glass of lemonade. And believe it or not, people are turning lemons to lemonade all the time. And so I want to hear some lemons to lemonade testimonials. Send us, write us some letters. Let us know what you're doing. Maybe you taking some great classes. Maybe you taking some GED classes. Maybe you're on your way getting your GED when you come out of prison. Maybe you got that certificate of completion of a great program. Turning lemons into lemonade. So that is the segment that I want to hear. I want to see letters come through that door. Send us some letters about how you are on a daily basis turning your lemons into lemonade. I want to hear from you today. I want to hear from you sometime in the very near future. So write us. Again, I'm going to give you that address, 3222 South Ritchie, Suite 124-266, Tucson, Arizona, 85719. Write us. Let us know how you are turning your lemons into lemonade and how you're being resilient, how you're being persistent, and how you are turning some things around. All right. So switching things for a moment. Yes, I got just a little cough because on Christmas somehow I got a little sick with a little cold, but I'm doing well, thank God, after a week later. So I'm doing so much better. So a lot going on. So please wash your hands, carry sanitizers with you. The cold and flu season is back in rare form. Also, the flu virus is mutating into other ways of making it even too easier for you to catch. So make sure that you are washing your hands, you are carrying you some sanitizer, and when it's necessary, bring your mask or wear your mask so you don't affect other people. Also, COVID is back in rare form as well. So you want to be making sure right now, so much going on. I can't tell you, there's countless of people that live in different states. They've all said that they got sick on Christmas. I had a friend in Chicago. I had some friend in Arizona. I had a friend in another state. Okay, so let's make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do to take care of yourself. All right, listen, it's the Fresh Start Show with Dr. Holt. You're saying, who are we listening to? You are listening to Dr. Holt, Dr. Damon Holt, the host of Fresh Start, the founder of Fresh Start International. Our organization is to help individuals to rebuild and restart their lives. We've been doing this for over 4 years now. We are totally excited. We hosted our 4th annual expo last year in 2024. And so we're looking for our 5th coming in 2025. And I am excited for Fresh Start 2025. We did 2 big expos, one in Tucson like we always do in October, and then in November we hosted our very first Fresh Start Expo in Phoenix at the Grand Canyon University. So it's on and popping, y'all, for this coming year, 2025. Fresh Start is on the move. So keep it locked as we prepare early for our expos again. We know we have touched so many lives. We have blessed so many lives. So many lives have been touched and impacted. Many people have been able to help to come and get help for their legal issues. You know, we have done so much from restoring rights, people being able to vote again, expunging and sealing felony records, to helping people with court fees and fines and their tickets and their quashing warrants. I mean, you name it. Fresh Start had been going hard in the paint, helping our community members to get back on their feet. And guess what? This year, we're doing the same thing for you and you and you. That is one either coming out of prison or already out of prison that need the help. Fresh Start is here for you. As well as we always been putting on our expos, we started for the first time last year to do the smaller events every quarter called the Fresh Start Empowerment Clinics. And guess what? Guess what? Let me say it again. Guess what? Fresh Start is doing its first quarterly empowerment clinic this year, partnering with the Goodwill organization once again. So we are coming back in rare form. It's going to be in the month of March. We're still working on those dates. I know it's January, the beginning of the year. But keep it locked. Continue to listen in, because we want to be informing you of the right information in regards to getting the help that you need. So again, March, Fresh Start Empowerment Clinic is coming to us in March to the city at 1840 Silver Lake at the Goodwill. So we want you to keep it locked and keep your ears open as we will be giving you much more details. So save the date. It's going to be in March. We're figuring out the dates. Once we figure out the dates, we want you to come get your legal issues addressed. So we're going to be having all of those resources at the table to be helping you like we normally do. So we are excited about that. So keep that locked on the Fresh Start Empowerment Clinic that's going to be in March of 2025. All right, so let's get into some of the weeds of the things, because one thing I always want to make sure that when people are listening in, whether it's our brothers and sisters who are incarcerated or formerly incarcerated, Dr. Hope, what do we need to be doing? I don't think we can talk too much in this area about helping our brothers and sisters with resources or strategies or a plan or with tools on how to get a fresh start. And so I have an eight-point plan that I wanted to share with you on getting a fresh start. And we're not just talking about fresh start with us as a fresh start with the organization or with the empowerment clinics or with the expo, but we also just talk about building a fresh start holistically, which means that even outside of the fresh start events and even outside of the fresh start clinics, we want you to be focusing on a holistic approach on how do I create a fresh start for myself. And there's an 8-point plan of building a fresh start for formerly incarcerated people. And this is what I want to discuss with you for the remaining of the episode. So I hope you're ready. Get you your pen, paper, take you notes. If you had a laptop, if you got an iPad, I want you to be taking notes. The 8-point plan. And the number 8 in the Bible means new beginning. So I'm excited about this number 8, right? It means new beginnings. So this 8-point plan means new beginnings. And I don't know about you, but if you are alive in this new year, I don't know about you, but it'd be great to get a new beginning. And this new beginning 8-point plan, the 8-point plan, the number 8 standing for new beginnings, that's what new beginnings mean. We're going to go over some things to help our brothers and sisters get things in perspective on what we need to work on. What is that 8-point plan, Dr. Hope, that helps us to get a fresh start? Number 1, I want to talk about develop a support network. Let me say it again. This is the first thing you need to do. Nobody can make it truly on their own. Nobody can truly be successful by themselves. You show me a billionaire and I'm going to show you a team. I'm going to show you a unit. I'm going to show you a support network that help that person become successful on being a mega millionaire or a billionaire. Everybody, the common denominator is everybody needs a support network. As great as the president and powerful the president of the United States is, he has so many senior advisors. He has a cabinet. He has a secretary of defense, secretary of interior, secretary of state, secretary of treasury. He has directors, senior level directors levels, right? That's helping the president run the entire country. Every CEO needs a support network. Every director needs a support network. Anyone who is making great impacts, anyone who is going far in life needs number one in that Fresh Start 8-point plan is a support network. Well, what does that look like? Develop a support network. Build relationships with family, with friends, and support groups. Connecting with organizations that assist formerly incarcerated individuals can provide guidance and resources. All right, that's number one. Number two, part of that Fresh Start 8-point plan to build a real fresh start is secure, stable housing. Listen. When you come out of prison, you need a roof over your head. You need stabilization, okay? It's hard to have mobilization without stabilization. You got to have a stable place to stay, getting out of the elements of nature, getting out of the cold, getting out of the heat, having a place to stay, being able to put a roof over your head, put a roof over your family, stable housing. Now, this is also one of the most challenging either. So when I'm not listening as it is easy, because it is not easy coming out of prison with a criminal background, but it is possible. So number two, stabilize housing. Find a safe and stable place to live. This could involve reaching out to local shelters, transitional housing programs, or community organizations that specializes in housing assistance. So again, secure housing is number two. When you get out of prison, look for local shelters. Look for transitional housing programs. There's many programs out here, and just because you haven't heard of them, just because you don't know the names of them, do not mean they are not available. And please don't think because you don't know about those agencies that just because you don't know about them doesn't mean that they don't exist. Never assume. Go out and do what you need to do to get the help that you need. Then number three is seek employment. Update your resume. Seek job training programs. Many organizations help with job placement for formerly incarcerated individuals. Be honest about your past. Be honest about your background. Don't lie on your application. If you do have a felony, you have a more probability of getting that job by telling the truth than to lying on that application, assuming that they won't find it. So employment. Number two, you got to have housing, roof over your head. Number three, you got to bring money to the table. You got to create a stream of income to stabilize your family. Number four, you need to have access to education. They always say knowledge is power. Okay, so you got to have knowledge. You got to have education. People will pay you better if you have a certain education, expertise, and skill. Some of you already have great skills. Some of you developed some skills while you were in prison. Some of you had some skills in education before prison. So don't sleep on your knowledge. Your knowledge will help open up doors for you. So consider enrolling in educational programs or vocational trainings. Improving skills can enhance job prospects, and personal growth. Number five, you also want to deal with your legal issues, okay? And legal issues probably more than likely is going to be a hindrance on many of the stuff I've already said, as far as getting employment, as far as getting housing. You cannot just blink your eyes and that legal stuff is going to disappear. Some people think because they haven't received anything in the mail from the courts that there are tickets that are not there anymore or warrants that are not there. That's not true. So you got to do your due diligence to work on your legal issues. I literally have people tell me this, like, well, the courts haven't called me, so I don't have any tickets. Well, courts haven't called me, I don't have a pending warrant, and the police is not looking for me because I've never gotten anything in the mail. Let me tell you, that is not the truth, and so many people get caught up because they have not received anything in the mail or a postcard in the mail or a letter in the mail. They just assume that all of the legal issues is together. No, do your due diligence to go and call courts and ask about if there are some tickets that you didn't pay since you went to prison. Those tickets are not going anywhere. Matter of fact, a lot of those courts fees and fines and obligations can have interest, and your balance can be more because you ignored those issues. So number 5, take care of your legal issues. Never assume because you didn't get a call from the courts or a letter from the courts or a notification from the courts that you do not have things you need to take care of. Number 6, prioritize mental and physical health. This is huge, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now as a trauma doctor, because mental health and trauma and medicine, all of that is my profession as a trauma expert. And I can tell you right now that when the brain has been impacted by prison, and when the brain and the mind and your emotions and your emotional intelligence have been pretty much injured or hindered or impacted, it's kind of hard to work on many things that you need to take care of to change your life. In other words, until you heal the brain, it's hard to change your life. So seek mental health support if needed. Maintain physical health through doing your regular checkups and seeing your doctor. If you don't have any medical insurance, go down to DES and immediately start applying for Medicaid or applying for the affordable health care, the Obamacare. You got to make sure that you're mentally and physically healthy to be able to do anything to change your life. It takes a healthy brain to do anything. You can't walk, you can't talk, you can't work, you can't think, you can't make choices and decisions without a functional brain. And prison impacts the brain. Many people come out of the prison with paranoia, with PTSD, depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, all kind of different things that comes from trauma in relates to prison or physical health, right? You've been in prison for years, haven't seen a doctor. You know, many people come out of prison sick, haven't done checkups. So make sure you're doing that. Number 7, personal goals. Everybody got to have a goal. If you fail the plan, you plan to fail. Let me say that again. If you fail the plan, you plan to fail. You got to have goals. Yes, I understand you being angry about being in prison, frustrated about being in prison, irritated about being in prison, but you cannot come out of prison without any goals. Set some goals. Create short-term and long-term goals to facilitate personal growth. This could involve setting targets for employment, education, relationships, or personal development. All right, you got to work on you. And finally, number 8, which the number 8 means what? New beginnings. I'm glad you're listening. New beginnings. Finally, number 8. Number 8 is engage in community activities. Okay. What does that look like? Get involved in local community activities or volunteer work. This not only helps build a support network, but also fosters a sense of belonging and purpose. Did y'all hear that? It also fosters a sense of belonging and purpose. And let me also tell you about volunteering in local communities and nonprofits and agencies. Yeah, you may start out as a volunteer. This may be an opportunity for people to see your skills, see your expertise, see your education at work, and see you can get some stuff done. You can show up on time. You can help people without getting in trouble. And your volunteer work and your community activity could, in fact, be your first major opportunity of employment. I've seen it all the time. So don't sleep on volunteer work. Don't sleep on getting involved in your community, because these things can open up doors for you. So I've given you the 8-point plan of creating a fresh start. Okay, so let's get it going. Be encouraged. Keep fighting on. Don't quit. There's so many things you can do to gain a fresh start. So I hope this helped you on this Saturday morning. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, tell your family that there's 8 effective ways we can do to build a fresh start. All right, I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment, that it was informational and encouraging. But we thank you for tuning in with us this Saturday morning at 106 The Groove. We'll be here next Saturday. We want you to tune in, and we're going to have some great things to go. So Dr. Holt and the Fresh Start family want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Let's go, and let's have a fresh start.